Today in the Cosy Art Club we're going to be having a look at doing some simple grid formation pieces of abstract art. So stick around if you want to find out how I'm doing mine. Hello and welcome back to a Cosy Art Club on the Sunday here at Kooky Corner. I've got my new sketchbook. This is a pink pig A4 size sketchbook with all these beautiful pigs on it. I love it to bits. And I'm going to try and keep this one for my grid formations that I've been having fun with. The first one that I did in this book, I put it on Instagram yesterday, and it is this one. And I could have put more grids on, smaller size ones, but I quite like this size. These are 3.5 inch squares because I've got this Omni Grip. This is for my sewing really, but I used it as a stencil to draw out my 4 squares, and I quite like it. It's like a window, so I'm going to call this my window grid. My window grid book. And basically what I did with this was I just threw everything that I had close to me on my desk at it. So it's got bits of collage, it's got marker pen, it's got gouache, it's got little bits of acrylic marker, it's got ink, it's got it all going on basically. So if you want to join in with me, you could draw out some grids of whatever size, whatever takes your fancy, however many you want. I'm going to stick with the 4 because I quite like, as I say, my window format, which I'm going to call it now, window grids. And I'm going to play around. I think 4 is a nice number for me. I don't know why. It just kind of resonates with my brain at the minute. So it's kind of like 4 is as much as I can cope with thinking about. I have to preface this with the fact that I've got a little bit of dental pain at the minute, and I'm going to have a wisdom tooth extracted. So anything that's simple and that I can do without using too much brain, I'm a bear of very little brain at the moment, is good for me. And I thought you guys might enjoy it too. So yes, basic abstract shapes, circles, what have you. And on the second page, which I can flip this over because it's handily one of those wiro bound pieces, and I'm going to put piece of paper underneath as well, just because I don't want it to bleed through, although it didn't on the last one, but I think it's a good idea protection wise. You can see I've handily taped mine up this time. I didn't tape it last time. I just went in with it and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to be a bit more profesh. So I've got some washi tape on these bits, and then I was cutting down washi tape, this size washi tape, and then I realised that I've got some thin washi tape that I have never used for anything, and I thought, do you know what? That'll do nicely, and it doesn't stick too hard, which I'm worried about. This is going to rip when I take it off, but we'll deal with that when we come to it. So the first thing that I did with mine was to just get on some inky lines. So I've got this Platinum Preppy. This has got platinum carbon ink in it. Carbon ink is waterproof, and so that will work rather nicely as something. There's a little background. If you wanted it to be like soluble, you do you, but I'm just going in with a few weird lines in each box. And I don't mind if I go over the top of my washi tape because that's going to come off as I'm just giving it a bit of weirdness. Going in with the weird, as I do. This pen seems to be skipping a little, but yeah, it kind of adds to the weird vibe that I'm looking for. So that has gone down. I'm going to leave that for a second and think about what my next layer is going to be. And I think I'm going to go in with some gouache, maybe gouache, yeah. And I'm thinking greens and blues this time. On the other one, I kind of went haywire. So let's have a little look back at my job last time. These are the colours I've got on my desk. And I've also got those same colours, but I don't want to do the same thing again. I'm gonna go with some blues and greens mainly, I think, to start me off with. So I've got my watercolour brush. This is a Sea White 14, so it's quite a big brush. I've got my old gouache palette here on the side, and I'm just going to use whatever is in here in blues and greens wise to start me off with. I may change my mind. I might add in some other colours along the way. We'll see how it goes. So I've got this very nice green here. I've got some water as well. Just have to add that. That's on the side. And I'm just going to go in and do some little areas of colour. Try not to overthink it. Just going wherever I want to go. So I'm going to go there. And my gouache is dried on its palette, but I'm just reactivating it with the water. So, yeah, it's not going to be as opaque as it would be if I was working with tube gouache. I'm just having fun. Going in with the colours. Don't think, just do. Don't think. So I've got some areas of green down there. I've just got my little rag. I'm wiping my brush off on a bit to clean it up. And then I've got some other colours. I'm thinking yellow would go nicely with this as well. I just want to add some of this like aqua colour down here and a little bit there. Just having fun. I might add a bit more water to that. Just playing around. I'm going to take that all the way up. Look at that. Way. Going right up to the top of that one. And then I'm going to add some down here. I might strengthen that a little bit, get a stronger colour. Okay, this top one's looking like it needs a bit more. Let's make that bigger and also add a bit up there in the corner. Why not? Why not? What else have I got on here? I've got this darker tealy colour. So I want to... That's very similar actually. But it was a different colour, but it seems to be just a darker shade of the one I've just put down. I'm just going to go with it. I'm just going to play. And if you feel like you're getting stuck in one way, just turn it upside down. Turn it upside down and go somewhere else with your paint. Just slapping it down. Down there. I'm not sure I like the sound of that water box. It's my double channel one. One of it's ostensibly for rinsing and one of them is for wetting, but I just get them mixed up. So especially with my brain being as it is at the moment, I'm just got my little gouache palette here at the side. So I'm going to go with yellow. Why not? Ooh, it's kind of a lemony yellow, which I quite like. I'm not averse to that. And I really don't like the sound of that plastic bowl. Isn't it weird? Some sounds just make you go, ugh. And that one's making me go, ugh, at the minute. I don't mind the sound of a glass jar, so I might have to swap it out for a glass jar, but that glass jar of water is dirty. So Votes for if I should use the dirty jar. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I should just dip in and get some fresh water. That's what I'll do. It's kind of a... Ooh, I've got this moon glow. I got some... I don't know if you saw one of my supply videos. I got some new gouache and things. But I got some moon glow. Now, moon glow was one of my favourite watercolours from Daniel Smith. But this is a gouache. And I've been enjoying it, so let's add some of that into there. That adds kind of like a neutrally part. Oh, I like that. So let's slap some of that in. I'm going down here with my neutral. It's a beautiful grey, and it's in the watercolour. It's like really, oh hello, really beautifully granulating. I don't know what that was. Oh, it's a glue. It's a glue that wants to join in. And it does very similar things in the gouache. I think I'm going to bring it around there like that. There we go. Bringing it round. And taking it round there. So yeah. The Daniel Smith Moon Glow Gouache was a little indulgence. It was quite expensive, I have to say. I was buying some Holbein gouache, which I love. It's one of my favourite gouaches and gouache sets. I'm obsessed. But this, when I saw the Moon Glow one, I thought, oh, yes, I'm going for that. Now, this top bit needs like, it looks like it needs a bit more Moon Glow. So I'm going to stick a bit down this side here, just because, why not? Okay, do I add it? Oh, I didn't add any yellow into that one, did I? Let's add a bit of yellow into that top one. I don't have to. You don't have to. It's just, I'm just thinking by way of balance. Yeah. And I'm going to go there as well. So I'm going to let that dry, and then we can go on to another layer, and I'm going to try and decide which media I'm going to use next. It could be coloured pencil. You go in with whatever you've got. You don't have to go in with the same kind of layering as what I'm doing here. I'm just going with what I've got on my desk. So just pick a few different media and we'll take it from there. But I'm going to let this dry for a few seconds. It will only be a few seconds for you because I'll be back as soon as it's dry. If you get my meaning. See you shortly. Okay, I'm back and I've got some collage bits of painted paper that I've just ripped up. Well, these were in a box at the side of my desk, so I thought, yeah, they kind of fit colour-wise. And a little bit of this longer piece here. So let's play and see what fits where. I'm going to push them all off to the top end here so that we can see our grid. Ooh, that's quite nice. Quite like that there. I'm trying to keep to similar elements in each one, but just in different ways. And different amounts, if you see my meaning. That's quite nice. I like that there. Do I want a bit more for that top one? Yeah, probably. Why not? There are no rules. We're just playing. So I like that. That's good. Right. I could add in a little bit of this one. Yeah, I like that. What else have I got? That's quite nice. I might take that one across there, perhaps. Yeah. This one could hang down. Let's place it. Just placing it. We're auditioning all the little pieces, seeing what fits where. That one could go in there. Maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Maybe that's too wide. Let's take it from there. Quite like that. And then I want to add in some of that little lemony colour that I was looking at earlier. Well, we put that in there. That's quite nice. So slap a bit of that in there. And don't want to go longer here, maybe. Don't want to join it on to another piece. Oh, that's quite nice. A bit there. Kind of liking that. So I'm going to get my glue. I've just got a Pritt stick. I definitely like this bit here. So I'm just going to, got a bit of wool on there. Don't know where that's from. I do know where it's from. It's from my desk. The messiest place in Christendom. Yeah, at the moment it is. It's got all kinds of stuff going on. Right. That piece I had down at the bottom. So let's stick that on as well. I'm trying not to stick over the tape because I have a realisation that if I do that, it's just going to cause me more problems. I kind of like that there. So revise it as you go along. You know, if you don't like it, take it out. If you like it, stick it down. That's the only rule. No rules as such. I'm going to take that one there. I might turn this page back round again in a minute for just to get a different view. I do like a bit of collage. Sometimes I do like a bit of wordage in my pieces as well, but I've not been feeling that today. So I'm just enjoying the colours, I think, at the moment. And also, because I've been having a bit of like tooth pain, I've not been talking as much. You know, it's like I've enjoyed the silence, not hearing myself speak so much. So maybe that's why I don't want any words in this. I'm psychoanalyzing myself now. But maybe, who knows? Right. That gap there was made for that piece, wasn't it? It's kind of like perfect for it. Okay. This bit I definitely want at the bottom. These painted papers have lasted me so long. If you were with me last year, I made up a whole bunch of like painted papers and it was such fun. I went outside, the weather was glorious. It was very windy, I remember, because my papers had to be weighed down to stop them from blowing away. But they've lasted me for so many different projects. So actually it's well worth every year just getting yourself set up and making a whole load of them. And I did make quite a lot. I'm going to join that one up to that one, I think. There. Right, I think that's it for collage, although this one looks like it's asking me for something else. Should I echo a bit down the bottom? Let's do it. When your collage asks you for something, you need to do what it's asking. So that's what I'm going to do. There. Cool. Right, next layer then. So I'm going to go and get out my next bit. I'm kind of decide whether I'm going to go in inks or if I'm going to go in tempera sticks. Can't decide, might get some of each. So I'm going to grab those. I'll be back in a second. So I'm on to level 4. Is it level 4? Yes, it is level 4. I don't know why I'm leveling them. I'm making it like a game, isn't it? I've conquered the boss of level 3 and now I'm on to level 4. So we've got the tempera paint sticks out. I just grabbed 3 colours. I wanted a dark because I really love this dark, like it's like a really dark night blue colour. It looks quite black on here, but it's a night blue. I've got a quite a light pastel green, and I've got a classic yellow. And out of my ink section, I've just picked these Pentel ink brushes, or whatever they're called, colour brushes, that's the word. And I've got orange, I've got this emerald green, actually that's yellow orange, emerald green, steel blue, I've got a black, just in case I want to put some black marks on there, I've got a lime green, and I've got an olive green. So let's play. Shall I do the inks first? Why not? Let's go in with an olive green. So I've turned my page back round again. I'm just wondering whether to go sideways. Oh, why not? Let's go in sideways. So, oh, that is a very dark. Ooh, dark green. So I could add some water into that. That's maybe a little dark for me. I've got my water brush. That's quite a green, that one, isn't it? Quite a green. Let's remember that that's quite intense, that olive green. I say olive green, but do you know, I don't think it's that olivey. I think what I'm going to do with this one is, where's my little palette gone? I have a little palette somewhere. Can I find it? No. That'll do. That'll do. I'm going to put some, oh, that's water. I'm going to put some on this palette, and then I'm going to add it in. Yeah, that is quite intense. That is quite intense. Water brush it down a bit. There, that's better. I'm just going to add some colour. I've got to remember to leave some white areas because I like those. I liked those in the first piece, so I want to kind of retain that. I'm going to add some in there. And in there. Just add some lines in. See, I pulled out all these things, but I may not use them all. I may not, because you don't have to. You don't have to. What are you going to do with that spare bit of paint there? Well, I'll show you. If I can find my little book. I'm just going to lay this index card on here and soak up some of this ink. And that will become, ooh, very pretty, collage fodder at some point. Maybe 2 index cards. Never waste anything. It always goes onto something or into something to make some collage fodder. Ooh, that's pretty interesting. It's a bit like a Rorschach block, isn't it? Blot. Right, clean my palette up. Okay, so I'm looking at this now. I enjoyed that darker green. That was really super dark. And I'm actually quite liking it now. It's drying up a bit. So I went in with some weaker blends of it. And I've got this emerald greeny colour here now that I'm just going to go in and add some circles with into there. It's charging up a little bit. Give it a shake actually. There's a little ball bearing in there that just shooks your paint around a bit. So I'm just adding some lineage down there. And I'm just going to swoop this up around here and get some textured marks from that brush. Can you see they're quite textured? So that just adds another thing in, so I might just add some into there as well. I do love these inky brushes. Right, careful not to lose too much white in that top one there. Okay, I don't think I need anything else from there, to be honest. I'm going to go, we've got some red paint on there, let's get rid of that. Don't want any red. So I'm just having some of this tempera stick in, just to add a little bit of lightness into some areas. Take that, I could take that green down a little bit, couldn't I? That's quite cool. I might want to turn my page around again in a minute. Yeah, let's turn it round, turn it round. Okay, where was the blue? Dark blue tempera. Move you back up into view. There we go. These have come out quite nicely. I can see monsters in there. Maybe I might make some monsters later. Who knows? Right. Look at this blue. It's just so nice. So I'm just going to add some little marked areas here. Just doing some on this bottom one. I love these sticks so much. Oh, love, love, love. Right, where are we going to put some on here? Because I do want to echo some of this markage in here. So let's get some in here. Yes. Oh, I'm going to take it up over there. Oh, look at me go. And on the bottom one, right. It's going down here. Cool. I like that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now, what else do I want to put in there? Do I want to bring anything else to the party? I have got, or somewhere I have got a mark. Oh yeah, that jelly roll there. This is one of those, what do they call them? Night glow? I can't remember. But I quite like these for adding some little mark making things in. Why not? And I'm just going to add some lines onto here. This one's going to have a few going down this way. And up here, I'll add a few in as well. Nice. Now my brain's telling me I need some glitter of some kind. This is just my brain. Your brain may not say those things. Oh, actually. Ooh. Let me try a little bit of this. Ooh. Might wear that down, actually. Ooh, that's an idea. I could smoosh it. Let's do some smooshing onto here. And then I could smoosh that on top and see what it looks like. Let's try it. I don't know how it's going to work or if it will work. Oh, yeah, it does leave a little bit of texture. That's cool. Smoosh them that way. Smoosh. I could wet that a little bit. This is where I get messy. I like it though. It's all fun. Okay, wipe my palette down. Because I know, and you know, that I'm going to put my hand in it later and then I'll wonder where I've got all the ink from on my hands. Right, okay. So, I'm just going to look at this for a minute and see if I need to add in anything else. So I'll be back in a second. So I've got out my, this is a white brush pen white marker. Who's it by? Kuretake, I think. Does it not say? No, it doesn't. Anyway, I'm just adding in some white back in that I might have lost along the way. I was going that way, wasn't I? Yes. Now we're talking like that. It's busy, but I do like busy. I do like a bit of busy. I've changed my mind about the glitter. I think that might take me over the edge. So we'll have a rain check on the glitter just for now. And then I think what I need is, I've got a bit of marker pen here. So I'm just going to add some more black in. I've added white, I'm now adding in some black. I might echo that circle there, just because I want to, just to get some darker in. I've been taking the dark out and putting it back in again. And some marks up here. I think I'm quite happy with that. I don't think I need to add anything more. It's got some lights, it's got some darks, it's got mid-tones, it's got all the colours I wanted. So I think the next thing is to see how well this tape will come off. So we'll try it, shall we? If I wanted to, I could heat it up with my hairdryer just to loosen the glue a bit, but this seems to be coming off okay. So that's fine. Quite satisfying. Does that middle bit go? Yes, it does. So the middle bit next. So let's take that one up. Over there. Ooh. Sticking it to everything. And then this glittery boy at the end here. Oh, he's coming off super easy because I said he was not very sticky. He was not super sticky, so I wasn't too worried about that one. Which is something to bear in mind next time I make grid lines in this book. So I'm taking it gently, taking it slow, taking it slow. I think if I left this on too long, I don't think it would come off as easily. Yes. Okay, middle bit. Let's peel it back. And the last one. Try and pull it away from the paint. That helps a lot. So putting it at an angle. And it's left me a nice clean edge. Very nice, very nice. The middle one not so much because the tape wasn't cut very straight. That's on me, that's on me. Oh, I quite like that. What do you think? What do you think? What colours did you choose? I'm interested to know. What media did you use? What kind of mixed media did you use in your pieces? I think I'm quite happy with that. Let's have a look at it as compared to the other one from yesterday. That one was very bright and bold. This one's much more muted. Not muted. It's still bright, but it's got more of a cohesive colour to it, rather than all of the colours that I went in with yesterday. So I'm obviously feeling I need everything to be nice and calm with bits of like dark. So yeah, I'd love to know what you used, if you've been playing along, or if you followed me along and then gone back and got your stuff out and grabbed your paints and had a go yourself. I think this is a really nice number for me. I know some people do 9 grids and bigger pieces of paper, but I really like this because it also gives me areas underneath where I can make notes about what media I used and a little bit about how I was feeling on the day. And that might be good to look back on so that I can then, cogitate and consider how these things or different influences have affected what's gone on the page. So that might be very helpful. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to show me a thumbs up or comments, thumbs up, sharing the video. All these things don't cost you anything at all, but it really does a lot for the channel. I know I say this every time, you probably think I'm banging on about it, but it really does help so much, and helps the channel to go to more people who might enjoy it as well. Anyway, that's enough from me for today. I hope you've enjoyed our little cozy art club here on a Sunday. I'll be back here next Sunday with another cozy art club, but I'll be back here before then with something else. Bye for now.